First of all, I welcome you all to the world of Python. This video is an introduction to Python programming languages. You may be knowing many languages like C, C++, and Java. And when you learn a new language, the question is whether the new language is going to stay in the industry. On these days, many languages come and go each year, but only the strongest ones will survive. Python is constantly rising in the industry for the last several years. So we start our journey today. We learn the basics and then we discuss the installation and the other important topics in Python. Python language was created by Guido van Rossum during 1985 to 1990, and its source code is available under GNU GPL, General Public License. When we learn Python, first we learn the syntax of Python. We create a program, hello world. Then we start learning variables and types. Then other programming constructs like lists, basic operators, string formatting, basic string operations, conditions and loops, functions, classes and objects, dictionaries, modules and packages. These are the specialities of Python language. In Python, a methodology is used to check your code that helps to test the code. So it leads to less code in Python. When you do a complex project or big project, it generally involves thousands of of lines coding with lot of algorithms, lot of functions. So normally it is not easy to manage all these things. But fortunately, Python support predefined packages. That means you need not write code for all the algorithms. Another thing about Python is it includes a lot of pre-built libraries. You may be knowing what is a pre-built library. Pre-built libraries generally helps you to write codes. There are so many libraries in Python called NumPy, Keras, TensorFlow, Theano, PyTorch, etc. that helps you to add pre-built code or libraries in our Python code. Python also introduces another mode called interactive mode that will help you to run simple syntax within seconds. Python also can run on a wide variety of operating systems or hardware platforms. That means we can run Python in one platform and it can be portable to other platforms very easily, and in almost all the platforms it has the same interface, so it is very easily portable. Another thing about Python is it is extendable. That means you can add low level modules in Python, and these can be easily used by programmers to add their own code easily, so it is also extendable. It also supports many databases. All the major databases supports Python. Python also supports GUI applications and can be easily ported to many libraries and operating systems. It is also scalable. That means it has a good structure and good design so that it support large programs very easily. These are some of the Python libraries and frameworks. The first one is Pandas. It is used in data analysis. Another one is NumPy, numeric and scientific calculations. Matplotlib is similar to the matplot in MATLAB. We can draw graphs and charts using Matplotlib. This is basically used for data visualization. Scikit-learn is a machine learning modules. We can do machine learning programs in using Scikit-learn. TensorFlow and Keras is basically used for deep learning and machine learning concepts. And there are so many other libraries that is used with Python. With those pre-built libraries, we can extend Python to many areas. Here you can see the coding of Python. Here we type a program with .py extension. So in this program there is only one line, print hello Python within strings, and in the right side of this window screen you can see the output of the program, hello Python. There are so many online Python environments where we can run Python program. That means without a computer you can run a program. So we can use those online platforms to learn Python language. To install Python, we can use Anaconda. Anaconda is a free and open source distribution of the Python and R programming languages. It will help you to simplify the package management and deployment of Python. It is available in both versions, Windows and Linux, and it can also be used in Mac OS also under BSD license. We can see how we can install Python using Anaconda. There are two types of installations. One is Miniconda, the another one is Anaconda. If it is a small purpose, you can use Miniconda. It also includes many packages of Python. But if you want to create a very large scale complex application, you need many packages, so you use only Anaconda in that case. For installing Anaconda on Windows, you have to do many installation steps. The first thing is you have to download the Anaconda installer. Then there is an integrity checker, SHA-256. You can use it for data integrity checking. Then after that you have to click next, then agree. After that you can see the screen where you have to click for the installation. So you have to choose a destination folder where you want to install Anaconda. Now it needs 3 GB space for installing it. You click the next button, then you have to select the path environment variable. If you want to add, you can click here for path environment. The last step is you have to register Anaconda with the Python 3.7 version. When you click install, it will be installed in your systems very easily. And there is a package PyCharm, so that is an optional choice. You can also install PyCharm with Anaconda if you want to install it with the Anaconda installation. And finally it will show a successful installation screen, and you have to finish button to finish the installation. So normally there are 13 steps to install Anaconda on Windows. This is the site of Anaconda, anaconda.com, products individual, and you have to click here for your data science toolkit. There are different versions for Anaconda, so you can select according to your use. Machine learning version is there. When you click Anaconda, it will show the Anaconda installers. So this is the required size of the Anaconda. Python 3.7 64-bit installer needs 466 MB, and in Linux it needs 522 MB. And you can also go for the earlier version of Python 2.7, that is 64-bit. You have to need 413 MB, and here needs 477 MB. So you have to keep space in the hard disk for installing Anaconda. If you have an error, what will you normally do? That means when you do programming, if you get an error, what you normally do? Yes, you ask your teacher. That's good. Next, you ask your friend. Okay. What are the other ways to get rid of an error? What we can do in the internet? Yes. Yes, there are some websites called communities where you can post your error and the community will answer it very quickly. Thanks to the communities, Python errors will get corrected within few hours or seconds. So that is the good thing about Python. We have a good community you can rely with. Have you heard about web development? We can build web development using many languages, but Python is the best choice now for the rapid development of web applications. Python frameworks like Django, Pyramid and Flask helps to make server-side development of programs. Have you heard about data science? Yes, a lot of languages used for data sciences, but now Python is tremendously used for data science, and it is a trend to use Python in data sciences with its libraries called pandas, which can be used to data analysis, and NumPy, which is basically used for numeric and scientific calculations, and Matplotlib, which is used for charts and graphs, and TensorFlow, that includes plenty of program libraries. So all these can enhance the data science applications to create very powerful application programs. First of all, I will tell you some applications that you can use Python. There is no limit actually, you can use it anywhere. These are some examples. Have you heard about fake news detection? What is a fake news detection? Yes, some stories, or we can call it as distorted facts. This news, fake news, sometimes will spread on the internet, and it is often shared on without thought, particularly on social media. So a lot of researchers and software developers are trying to develop system to find fake news detection. That software will automatically analyze the social media posts, and they filter out the fake news and disinformation. So that tool should analyze the content and data, and using some techniques like machine learning, it use the interaction drawing to optimize the results as it goes. Normally, fake news is a news that gets some response, some specific response from a group of people, and it is aimed to target some persons, and this news will spread over the internet or on other social medias like Facebook or Twitter, and sometimes it is very difficult to identify whether it is correct or not, and it is difficult to classify it as a correct news or fake news. So if you want to develop such software, I think Python is a good choice. Have you heard about Parkinson's disease? Have you heard about Parkinson's disease? Yes. Yes. Parkinson's disease is a progressive nervous system disorder that affects movement. In the early stages of Parkinson's disease, your face may show little or no expression. Your arms may not swing when you walk. Your speech may become soft or slurred. And Parkinson's disease symptoms worsen as your condition progresses over time. Now, is there any app or program that can detect Parkinson's disease? Yes, we can develop a software or application that can find Parkinson's disease. This kind of app is called Parkinson's disease detection. And now Python is used in this area, and there are a lot of projects that you trying to develop good applications on this area. So Python is a good choice for this problem. Have you heard about speech emotion recognition? Yes, speech emotion recognition, or SER, is the act of attempting or to recognize human emotion and affective states from speech. That means the voice is analyzed and using the pitch, tone and other variables of voice, the emotion of the human being is recognized. And there are some animals like dogs and horses which can understand human emotions. So here also there are so many libraries, Python libraries, that is used to analyze the voice, and there are some functions in these libraries are used to find the emotion of human voice. Now another problem we can use Python is breast cancer classification. What is breast cancer classification? Yes, there are some categories. We can divide the breast cancer according to different schemes and criteria. And these major categories, they decide the grade of the tumor, stage of the tumor, and the expression of proteins and genes. And with the knowledge of cancer cell biology, these classifications are updated. The main use of classification is to select the best treatment. Some are life-threatening and aggressive, and it should be treated in a aggressive method. Major methods should be used. Other are less aggressive and can be treated with less aggressive treatments. So there are many projects going on where Python is used to breast cancer classification. So it is a language that can be, and many can be used for breast cancer classification. And still there are many projects in progress. I think now machine learning and deep learning are used on these areas, and some open source neural networks are there called Keras. Keras is actually an open source library written in Python. So actually there are many libraries like Keras that is written in Python, and all these are very high level application programming interface. And Theano TensorFlow CNTK like environments can run it, and it is very user friendly and extensible. So if you want to develop projects like this, again Python is a good choice for you. The next one is age and gender detection. What is age and gender detection? Yes, you know, In many social media applications, the app will ask your image, and using that image, yes, your age is displayed on the screen. Actually, automatic age and gender classification is relevant for many applications, and social platforms, social media is using it now. Again, the neural networks or convolutional neural networks, deep learning methods are used to identify age and gender. The Python library's OpenCV is used in this area. There are some examples. I can give you some AgeBot, AGEBOT, which is an Android app that determines your age from your photos using facial recognition. It can guess your age and gender, along with that can also find multiple faces in a picture and estimate the age for each face. So there are some libraries in Python that you can easily use in your programs for this particular problem. So Python libraries can be used in many areas like this, and Python is the best choice of the industry for all these kind of problems. In the next class, we will discuss the syntax, features, and other things of Python. So thank you all for hearing this session.